WordArt is useful for creating logos or for incorporating text as part of a design on your slide. It combines text and art to create text in a wide variety of shapes, colors, and styles. To insert WordArt, click on the Insert tab, and within the text group, click on WordArt. Select the style, and then go ahead and begin typing your text. To move the WordArt object, place the tip of the pointer over the border of the object. The pointer will become a four-headed arrow. Notice the handles show a two-headed arrow, but they're for resizing. We want the four-headed arrow. Click the left mouse button and then drag the object to where you'd like it positioned. Release the button and it's been moved. Just click outside the work area to deselect the object. We can easily edit the WordArt. First, select the object, and I'm looking for that solid line border that indicates the entire object has been selected. I've got a dotted line, so I'll click it once. Perfect. Now I can go ahead and change the font style. Up in the font group, I will click on the drop down, select my desired font. There, it's been changed. I can also edit the text, the words that are actually within the text box itself, by clicking once within it, so I have a dotted border, and I'm going to change congrats to congratulations. Perfect. Click outside to deselect and see your edits. We can also add effects to WordArt. First, again, select the object, make sure we have the solid line border, and then go up to the Drawing Tools Format tab. We have a few options here within the WordArt styles. We can change the color of the text fill, you can change the color of the outline, and we can also add effects. We have a number of options here, from adding shadow to glow. At the bottom under Transform, I'm going to select the triangle up option. I'm going to click on it. There we go. We can also change the look of the WordArt by resizing the object. To do that, position the pointer over a sizing handle until the two-headed arrow appears, hold down the left mouse button, and then resize. Here we're resizing the height. I can also resize the width. Great. I'm going to click outside the work area to deselect. And now I'm going to look at the slideshow to see the effect of our WordArt. To add Smart Art to our presentation, click on the Insert tab, and within the Illustrations group, click on Smart Art. Now, the idea behind Smart Art is that it's a visual way to convey ideas or concepts by combining shapes and text with meaningful displays. Here's a list of the concepts or ideas that it's useful for displaying. Now, we could go ahead and choose our graphic and insert it to our slide, and then add the text as appropriate. Or we can convert an existing list in our PowerPoint presentation to Smart Art. Let's do that by going up to Slide 4, New Product Showcase. To convert a bulleted list to Smart Art, select all the text that you'd like to convert. Within the slide, I want to convert all of the bullets. When selected, go up to the paragraph group and click on the Convert to Smart Art button. Select the Smart Art style to be used, and then you can click outside the work area to view the result. We can easily edit the text in our Smart Art graphic. First, select the graphic by clicking anywhere inside it. Notice the text pane appears next to the graphic. This is where we can edit the bulleted list. I'm going to do that just by adding tricycles to our utility bike section. Note that PowerPoint automatically resized the graphic to reflect the text. Text used in Smart Art is based on the same bulleted lists that make up most PowerPoint text content, so you can work with it the same way. For example, if I right-click on this bullet, I can promote, demote, or move up this bullet. I'm just going to click outside the work area to view the result of our work. By default, the presentation's theme colors are applied. However, we can always make modifications. First, I'll select the Smart Art graphic, and notice how the Smart Art Tools tab design appears. Here's where we can change the layout. We can change the colors of our graphic, or we can change the style of our graphic. We can also easily resize the smart art. Just select the object using one of the sizing handles and resize. Let's take a look at how to insert shapes by drawing an easy and useful object, a line. I'm going to click on the Insert tab within the Illustrations group, Shapes. This gives me access to a variety of shapes I could use in my presentation. I'm going to select a line. Notice my pointer changes. Now to make this a straight line, I'm going to hold down the Shift key, click and hold the left mouse button to draw, and then drag from left to right to draw my line. Release the mouse button before releasing Shift, and there's my line. Let's modify the style of the line. With the line selected, I go to the Drawing Tools Format tab, and over in Shape Styles is where my options are. Under Shape Outline, I can change the color of the line, the weight, whether it's dashed, or I can turn it into an arrow. In our case, I'm going to make it a dashed line. I'm going to change the weight so that the line stands out a bit more, and I'm also going to change the color. I can easily resize and reposition the line. The line remains selected here, so I can hold down the Shift key and drag the sizing handle. Notice it's a two-headed arrow, and I'm just going to shorten, holding down the Shift and the left mouse button, shorten the line. There we go. The Shift acted as a restraint to keep the line straight. I can also move the line using the four-headed arrow and click with the left mouse button, drag, and position it just under the bike. Still within the Format tab, in the Arrange group, I can align or change the order of objects. I see my line is still selected. I want to send it backward, and if you notice below, it appears that the line is behind the bike. Here's a quick tip about the Shift key and drawing shapes. To make a proportionate shape like a circle or a square, hold the Shift key as you drag the pointer. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to insert a square. If I don't hold the Shift key, it draws a rectangle. I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to try draw it again, but this time, before I start drawing, I'm going to hold down the Shift key. Now it draws a square. The same applies to circles and also to stars. To draw proportionate shapes, hold down the Shift key. Let's take a look at how to insert text in a shape that we've drawn. On this slide, I'm going to insert an oval. There we go. And as long as my shape is selected, as it is here, I can go ahead and enter text. I can select this text and modify it. In the Home tab, I can make it bold. I can also change the size. There we go. There's an easy way to have a shape with text inside it. After you've drawn an object, you can copy and paste that object so that it appears with exactly the same look on other slides in your presentation. Let's copy both the line and the bike and move them from slide 2 here down to slide 5. First, select the objects to be copied. I'm going to click on the line to select it. We can move or copy multiple items at once by adding more objects to our selection. We do this by holding down the Shift key. I'll click on the bike, and now they are both selected. I'm going to click on the copy button, go down to slide 5, select it, and click paste. There, both the line and the bike have been copy and pasted to slide 5. While both of these objects are selected, we can easily reposition them. I'm going to go down and hover over until I get the four-headed arrow. Click the left mouse button, reposition, and drop. I can also rotate an object. I'm just going to click off the workspace to deselect. I want to rotate the bike. So I select the object, go up to the Arrange button, I have options to bring that object to the front, to the back, and at the bottom, rotate. I'm going to select flip horizontal, and there, my bike is now driving in the opposite direction. When cutting, copy and pasting, or moving multiple objects, it's often useful to group them. The bike object is already selected, so I'm going to hold on to the Shift key, select also the line, and then I'm going to right click, and I'm going to select Group. Now I'm able to move these two objects together as one group. At any time I can ungroup them by right clicking and selecting Ungroup. You can add visual interest to your presentation by importing your own picture from File or by inserting clip art from the Microsoft Clip Art Gallery. Notice that I'm within the Insert tab. I'm going to click Clip Art, and the task pane opens on the right. Here I can enter the type of picture that I'm looking for and click Go. Now I can select the picture that I'd like to insert and click on it. Now I'm definitely going to need to resize this picture. So it's already selected. I'm going to use one of the sizing handles, hold the Shift button down so that I keep the proportions of the image correct, and then drag and resize. I'm also going to need to reposition the picture. I've got the four-headed arrow, so I can click and drag and drop. Perfect. Now I can modify or format the clip art. I notice that the object is still selected, and PowerPoint has automatically taken me to the Picture Tools Format tab. Over on the left, in the Adjust group, I have a few options. They include adjusting the color of the picture, the saturation, the tone. I can recolor it, or I can add an artistic effect. Live Preview shows me what the effect will be of the artistic effect, and I'm going to select this one. We have a number of options and combinations available to produce a visually interesting presentation.